Well, that was a kick in the dick last night, wasn't it? Hi, welcome back to another video on the channel reviewing the Leeds game last night. Sunderland unfortunately succumbed to a 2-1 defeat at Ellen Road thanks to two Pascal strike late goals that cancelled out Wilson Isidore's opener. I was gutted at the end, so I don't think the lads deserve to lose. Yeah, Leeds dominated the second half, though they're probably the better team. If any team out of the tournament said they deserved to win at Leeds, would have probably been the team to say that. But I think for the effort the lads put in and how well we nullified them and defended, especially for the first 78 minutes, I didn't think we deserved to lose the game. And in the manner we lost the game, I thought it was guttering and felt sorry for the lads. And I think Dan Neil summed it up perfectly in his post-match video, his interview at the end. He was like, said how much effort they put in, but there was a few tired legs, a few tired minds in that final third, and a couple of mistakes and a couple of people switched off. And you get punished for it, especially when you're competing against teams at the top end of the league. I'll go on record and say now Leeds will win the league without a shadow of a doubt. Don't think Autos is completely finished yet. It's an uphill task, don't get me wrong, with 8 points adrift with 13 games left, but Sheffield United still got Leeds to play, and you look at the form Sheffield United's on. If they play like they have been recently against this Leeds team, Leeds will hammer them, and they've still got Burnley to play. But yeah, you say Burnley's hit and miss. Are they going to get another 0-0 draw? Are they going to get a 1-0 win? Are they going to eventually succumb and start conceding goals? You never know. Excuse me. Sheffield United and Burnley haven't slipped up yet. They haven't been in a slump yet, so they're due one. Now, I remember it was something similar under Mowbray when we finished inside the playoffs, when this top by all accounts was we were bound about this distance away with this many games left, and no one said we're getting the playoffs to be a mid-table finish, and we ended up getting in the final day. So we've got to keep going, keep plodding away, and just as I said on the preview video, whatever happens, happens. You never know with football. You never know with football. To take the positives out of last night's game, I thought we were resilient and we were very good defensively for the first 78 minutes. Totally nullified Leeds. I can't remember them having like a shot where Patterson's had to make a really, really good save. It was just like bodies on the line, defensive blocks. Hume the first half was excellent against Solomon. He never got a sniff, Solomon. And I thought he was actually going to go off when Hume did that tackle on the far side. I thought he was going to go off because I thought he wanted none of it. But that was a positive for me. The fact Ray just got, he's in for a little bit of criticism for his substitutions, which I'll get on later on. But he got his tactics spot on. The whole entire game. Just nullify Leeds quiet in Ellen Road, which we did. Leeds were quiet. Ellen Road was quiet for a long period of that game until arguably they scored, I would say, without sounding too disrespectful to Leeds supporters. I thought they were very quiet until they actually scored. Then when they scored, they woke up and they made noise. And I said as soon as they scored, I was like, I feel like we're going to get beat here, because I thought the crowd would drive them on. Another positive, obviously speak about him every other week, Wilson Isidore. His goal was brilliant yesterday. Really good centre forward player, backed into Ramadou, turned him, put in the bottom corner and off the post. It was class. Proper strikers finish, probably his best goal I think he scored for us. Like for the manner, the game and how he scored it. He could be the difference maker. If you look if we are playoffs, which if we are, you look at all the teams that are in the playoffs, they haven't got a centre forward like Wilson Isidore. Excuse me. You've got West Brom and Managerial, kind of for lifers, remember who Blackburn centre forward is. You've got obviously Fleming for Burnley. None of them play like Wilson Isidore. He can get a goal out of nothing if he needs to. And yes, sometimes he misses a few sitters here and there, but he scores. He makes up for that by scoring, as he did with Luton a week ago. Missed that sitter at the beginning, goes and makes up for scoring that really good finish out of nothing to make it 2-0. And as I said, Hume. I thought Hume was very good first half. They were all very good first half. I thought Hume was the standout. I'll get on to where I think his game died off in a minute. Because we'll obviously move on to negatives. The first one, I thought 3 players were of question yesterday. One of them was Patrick Roberts. I think every time he got the ball, he'd give it away. He did great defensively. Don't get us wrong, he did great defensively. But then he goes and gives the free kick away in a stupid position for the equaliser. He didn't have to make the tackle, just show football down the line. And he didn't. He tried to get in there. He made a stupid tackle, give away the free kick, and he scored. For that first goal, Anthony Patterson has to do better. You can see it. It's not at a bad height. It's not like it's gone up and he's gone down, or it's been whipped in with pace. It's just it's a really good delivery from Rothwell. It is. And Patterson can see it. It's a good height for him. And he's got to come out there, either take the clatter on the end of the 6-yard box and hope you get a free kick. Which in this day and age, you touch a goalkeeper, you do get a free kick given against you. Which I think he probably would have gotten, or just come and punch it clear. Just come and punch it clear. That's the one thing with Patterson. He's a very good shot stopper. And I think he'd be perfect for a team who's around 9th to about, for anywhere below 9th, really, a team that's under the cosh, who needs your goalkeeper to make 4 or 5 saves a game. He's that perfect goalkeeper. But when you're a possession-based team at the top end of the league, and one of your players you like to play the ball to is your goalkeeper, because his kicking last night was shit. His kicking last night was proper shit. Every time he went out to play all the time. He's not your type of keeper you need. And I think that should have been addressed in January, but he's not a bad keeper. He's just not good enough to where we need to be. Look at the difference between Patterson and James Trafford or Michael Cooper. It's night and day compared to the other two. And Serkin, a lot of people praised Serkin last night. I thought Serkin was absolutely honking. I thought he was shocking. His decision making, when he was on the ball, didn't think he did particularly too badly. But then again, no one else, other than towards the end of the game, no one was bad on the ball to a little extent. But he was too busy getting himself stuck into the actual melee around it instead of just focusing on the ball. There's a ball, I think it was in the first half, the ball's gone to the right hand side, his side. Cut across, get the ball, get us back in the attack, but he's too busy bothering about what Daniel James is doing. And he gives away a free kick in a stupid position. I thought if anyone was going to do anything stupid last night, it would have been Dennis Serkin. Because I thought he was really, really bad last night. I don't know if it's because of his bad wrist. But for what Serkin was like at the beginning of the season to what he is now, it's a light years difference between the two of them. I think a lot of nervousness set in on the lads last night, especially after Leeds scored. Our ball retention when we went back off Leeds, especially towards the latter end of the game, was shocking. We didn't have no composure on the ball. It was like in the middle ground, we either had no composure on the ball where we just cleared it and just give it away, or we had too much composure on the ball where we do something daft and then win the ball back. And you try to play a silly daft pass. It was the decision making, which leads us on to my next point. I'm always under the impression if you're fit enough to sit on the substitutes bench, you're fit enough to play. So it bothered me. This is my only ever criticism of Regis Burns. He's done a wonderful job. We're fourth for a reason, and the majority of it is because of him. But if you're going to give praise out when he's doing something right, you need to give a little bit of criticism out when he's done something wrong. And how Alan Brown didn't get on that pitch last night over Semed is beyond us. From about the 55th minute when we were under the cosh, the game was screaming out for Alan Brown to come on. A little bit of experience, a little bit of nous in the middle of the park to weather the storm, to keep everyone concentrated, to keep everybody going. And he doesn't make us home until the 63rd minute and he brings Semed on. I didn't. Then he brings Semed on, who was defensive midfielder in the number 10. I don't get it. So either Brown wasn't fit to play. Then if he wasn't fit to play, why is he not playing for the 21s? Get him 45 minutes for the 21s instead of sitting on the bench at Ellen Road for no reason if you're not going to bring him on. And if he's playing Semed in the 10, who's a defensive midfielder, it goes to show he doesn't trust him defensively, so why bring him on in the first place? Then another thing that bugs us is that after Leeds had scored, why Metham didn't come on? Why Metham, when he took off Patrick Roberts, instead of bringing Paveda on, who, by the way, did more than 7 minutes than what Patrick Roberts did in 83, is not the point. Bring Metham on and go to a back five. I don't understand why he hasn't come on for yesterday. I think if we bring them two players on, we're coming away with a point, which is arguably, in my opinion, what we deserved. But we're not. We're coming away with nothing. It's football, it's hindsight, it's ifs and buts. If ifs and buts were candy nuts, we'll all have a Merry Christmas. But it's not the point. It's these decisions that we cannot afford to get wrong in the situation we're in, especially when we're the massive underdogs. But that's just my only criticism of him, and I'm hoping it's my only criticism between now and the end of the season. Because I love Regis, he's done a fantastic job, but I think last night he got him massively wrong. And for as well as his tactics were great, after the 75th minute, 78th minute when they scored, when he started making changes, it went to shit. It did. I didn't mind my ender coming on for Isidore because you said Isidore was tired and my end is that pacey forward where you press from the front. That's fine. But not bringing Brown and Metham on in that game where it was required, it's got to be mentioned. It has to be mentioned. Other people won't. That's their prerogative. That's fine. But in my opinion, it needs to be mentioned and arguably probably cost us a point in the end. My man of the match, the second half was hard to give a man of the match because I thought, obviously it was all Leeds, you didn't really notice anyone doing anything. But I thought my man of the match for his first half performance was Trey Hume. I thought he was excellent the first half. I can't remember man of Solomon getting a touch with like a decent chance away because of Trey Hume. I think the game changed a little bit for Trey Hume, and I think Joe Bellingham as well when they picked up yellow cards because they were scared to do anything daft in case they end up getting themselves sent off, which is fair enough, which is understandable. But that's when you need the experienced heads around them just to tell them, make sure we keep doing the things you're doing, just don't do anything silly. But I think once they got the yellow cards, once Job got his yellow card, he was anonymous. I didn't remember Job touching the ball. But when Hume wasn't pressing from the front, he wasn't trying to get in there as tight as he was, just in case Solomon turned him and he fouled him and he was going to be sent off. Before I go, I just want to say a massive thank you for all the views and the engagement and the likes and the comments and the shares on the social medias for my video of last week. I really, really appreciate it. I will say one thing, I was slightly nervous doing a video after so long, but seeing all the views and the people and the nice comments and the likes, it's made us feel like people actually want to see it, which is nice. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I'll be back later on the week, probably about Friday, to do a whole preview. 12:30 kick-off on Saturday. Let's hope we get a win back. Let's hope we bounce back. See you at the end of the week. How are the lads?